Hey you guys, so it's Kristen again. So we're talking about developing ideas in this video. So the big thing that I want you to keep in mind is that you should always be asking questions of your ideas. So let's say, for example, I wanted to write about trail running. I enjoy trail running. I think it's fun, right? So if I wanted to talk about trail running, the first question I'd probably answer is like, okay, well, what is trail running? So let me put that on a bullet point. What is trail running? Okay, and then I'd explain what that is, running on a trail, but I'd be more descriptive, right? I'd be like, oh, so it's running on a trail, over routes and hill, like with hills and bridges, right? So there's a lot more going on, hills, routes, bridges, things like that. I like running in parks. Like, I feel like that is so awesome. So what is it? Why do you love it? Right? That's another question that you should ask. Well, what is it about trail running? Right? So outdoors, right? That's amazing. Being outside is fabulous. So we've got outdoors. We've also got adrenaline, right? Because running, gosh, it gives you adrenaline. You're just zipping through and it's like zoom, 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 right? We're there. All right. So, right, we're outside. We're feeling the smells of nature. Can you feel a smell? We're smelling the smells of nature. We are feeling the wind. We've got all of these things going on. Okay. And we are engaging in a different way with those hills and those routes and those bridges, right? These are different things that we are running across. And, maybe there's even like creeks, right? I want to feel the water of the creek splash up when I run through it. Okay, don't slip in the creek. I've done that. It was like 20 degrees and I slipped on a rock and just right in the creek. I was frozen. Avoid that. But, running through a creek in nice warm weather, that's the way to go, right? So why do you love it? Well, I love it because of all of these things, right? We're out in the natural world. And then we can develop that more. Well, what does it mean to be out in the natural world? Well, it means that you're one with nature, right? You're hearing the birds chirping, you're hearing the sounds of, bugs maybe, or deer that are walking through the woods that are around you. Like you're maybe seeing someone walk their dog, right? Like all of these things, it's all part of nature and the natural world, and it brings a certain level of calmness. All right. So, why do you love it? Whoops, wrong thing. How does it feel? Well, like we can talk about that, right? Because, at first it's hard, but then it gets easier, right? Because you know what? Instead of focusing on running, you're looking around. You're going, oh, okay. Well, what's changed here? Has that flower started to bloom? Has that tree grown its leaves yet? There's a lot going on out there, and you really want to show it. Okay, you want to show it in your writing. It's not just saying like, yeah, well, it feels nice, right? No, because yeah, I mean, sure, no, let's be real. Running is hard. I mean, at least it is for me. I sit there and I'm just like panting and I feel like I'm going to never breathe properly again. But you have the distractions around you of the natural world, and it's done in such a beautiful way, right? The way that, the trails are laid out, or even better, when the trails aren't laid out and you're just following some sort of random game trail. Of course, then, you might end up hitting a dead end and having to go back, but that's part of the fun. You're in the maze, right? So, that's kind of the thing you want to think. Like, who is around you, right? Who do you interact with? Are you seeing people? Are you seeing animals? We can call animals who, right? I mean, I treat my dogs like they're humans, so like, why not, right? Who's around you? Are you seeing birds? Are you seeing deer? What kind of animals are you interacting with? And like, when is this happening, right? Are you running in the morning? Are you an afternoon runner? Do you kind of run all the time? What are the differences between the different times when you run? Right now, I want you to look at the questions that I've just typed up here. I stopped typing my responses so they could be a little bit more fluid for you. But what is trail running? All right, so we've got a W. We've got a what? All right. Why do you love it? Okay, now we've got a why. How does it feel? That's a how. Who is around you? A who. And when? When are you running? Right? Do those, the who, what, when, where, why, and how, does that sound a lot like maybe those questions that you hear the journalists asks? Yeah, it should. It should, because you know what? That's the way you develop a narrative. That's the way you develop a story. That's the way you develop an essay, right? You ask questions of your ideas. Now, if you say, well, I've never gone trail running, so I can't relate to this. Guess what? A good writer should make you feel like you are running with them. All right? It's the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. Those are the big things. All right? So make sure you're just asking yourself those questions. And you can do this in any capacity. You could be walking, down the road, listening to your favorite song and be like, okay, well, why do I like this? What is it about this song that makes me like it? Is it, who is singing it? Who's performing? Why do I like them? Right? And you can practice your idea development in just about any way. All right? So get on it, and I will see you guys in the next video.